Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Thanksgiving edition of the CTT Monday Morning Meditation. We'll have Liz joining us in just a moment. I'd encourage you to watch out for strange texts this holiday season. I just got one from Bank of America before we started, but it's not really from Bank of America. They want me to call them about a $1,900 charge. And the funny thing is I don't have Bank of America. So I hope everybody's having a good, restful, and non-stress filled week. It should be an interesting end of the year. Does anybody have any ideas or any feelings that they want to work on for this morning's meditation? You can drop them into the chat. We'll be going through the how it works in just a moment.
Hello, good morning. I am so sorry. I could not get into the Zoom room for whatever reason. How are you?
Well, I'm great. Thank you. How are you? We were just introducing people and wishing them a happy holiday season that begins this week.
Yeah, for most of us, we do have people that are kind of on the other side of the globe. But yeah, for most of us, yeah, it's happy Thanksgiving week, and it's wonderful because schools are closed. Thank the Lord.
It sounds like you're fighting a bit of a cold. Are you okay this morning, Liz?
Yeah, listen, this is our life. I mean, we've had this flu-y thing for like a month now, and off and on. And I've been taking like loads of olive leaf extract, and the kids are still sick. It's that RSV combo flu. It's not very nice. So you just got to tough it out.
Well, I hope this is quick, and I hope it goes away very quickly. You're very tough, and we'll send you lots and lots of healing energy this week.
Well, you are so nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, I thought, and I don't know if you guys agree, that, coping strategies. So when we're little, we develop these coping strategies because we have to survive, right? But these coping strategies, as we're going into adulthood, for the most part, don't serve as well at all. Okay, so an example of a coping strategy, excuse me, is to, push your feelings down, go numb, not have to recognize what you're feeling at that moment. Because obviously you're being traumatized. Or another coping strategy is, well, I don't feel good about myself. So, and I feel terrible. My brain feels terrible, and I feel depressed and sad. So I'm going to develop an addiction, something that, I think is going to, be, beneficial for me. It helps. Emotional eating is another one. Yes, that's true. So yeah, we all, excuse me, we all develop these coping strategies, and they're not working, right? They're not working for us. So given that it is Thanksgiving week, what we're supposed to do is we are supposed to actually, send our coping strategies away with thanks. Okay. Thank you for helping me when you did. However, I don't really need you anymore. And I thought that would be a good one to do because, again, everybody wants to manifest money, manifest money, manifest money. And I want to, we all want to manifest money, but we're not going to be able to manifest money, right, if we're still in destructive mode. Okay, right? So we're not going to be able to manifest whatever it is we need, because the universe is like, well, wait a minute, you can't go from zero to euphoria and not go through ticking off the boxes, doing your life lessons. And we have to be able to do that. Now I'm trying to log in on a different way. I'm so sorry that I'm having so many issues with Zoom today. And I'm trying to get into the meeting and now it's asking me for the meeting passcode.
It's always 2022.
Oh, okay, thank you. Let's see if I can get in this way. So yeah, so I mean, the thing is, oh, I'm in. So the thing is, aha, I'm back. So sorry about that, because I wanted to make sure that my phone didn't die. I'm at like 5% battery and I was trying to hook in on my phone. So I'm so sorry. So can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you. So, we have all these coping strategies. Mr. Robot's here. Woohoo! We have all these coping strategies that we use. And, they're just in our energy field. They're in our framework. And even with our conscious mind, right? We could say, so somebody gave the example of emotional eating, which is a great example. So we can say, oh, you know what? I'm going on a diet, right? I'm going on a diet. I am not going to eat chocolate anymore, or whatever it is that we love to eat, right? And then all hell breaks loose. Our life is, plunged into chaos. And what do? All of that, conscious mind training goes out the window, because at that point, the conscious mind is switching off and it's just looking for some relief. The brain is like, I got to get relief. Right. And that's what happens. And so even with the conscious mind, we're saying to ourselves, I'm not going to do that again. And that's the same with people with addictions, right? People with addictions have that issue. They have the issue of, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's another day I'm sober. But then something major happens. And then they bloody well go straight back into their addiction. So yeah. So that's what goes on. And so I thought, wow, how, we need to get rid of these coping mechanisms that are no longer serving us well. And I think we have to set the intention as that. Is everybody good with that, by the way?
Yeah, that sounds really appropriate for the season.
I think so too. And the way we'll send, thank you for that. And I think we'll send it away with love and gratitude. Okay. And we say, thank you so much. You helped us in our time of need. However, you are no longer helping us. So I'm glad everybody's good with that. I was worried about that one. I thought maybe you guys might want to do something different, but everybody is on board. Fabuloso. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I am Liz Cross, in case you didn't know. Ronan is also here. So thank you, Ronan, for hosting this event. I'm excited about all the new developments that you are doing, Ronan. Can you tell us about what's going on? You're in the middle of a class, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a 6-week remote viewing course. Next year, we'll be teaching a healing course and telepathy course. That'll be fun. So watch my website, Reality Forecast, for that. And you can always email me at remoteviewit@gmail.com for questions about remote viewing or starting any remote viewing projects. And that's how you find me. And we lost Liz. I didn't kick her out, I promise. She just sort of disappeared. Where'd you go? There you are.
There I am. Oh, I'm determined it's going to be a good week. England is currently playing. I've been up early watching the England football team. I'm so excited. I don't like sports traditionally, but I do love the World Cup. There's just something about it. I just love it. And when I left the England game, of course, my my family, because I live in a house with all men, right? All boys and men. They're all shouting at the TV because we're like 5-1. So well done, England. And I did put out a prediction about the Netherlands Senegal match today. I just went ahead and went back to my target. Actually, Ronan,
That
just quickly.
says also these are for entertainment purposes only. Please do not bet or have Liz us responsible for your losses, and bet responsibly if you do choose to bet on the World Cup. We need that disclaimer, so you're welcome.
Thank you. It's just for fun, right?
Right.
So I tried a new target yesterday, Ronan. Instead of doing what I normally do, which is I connect with a commentator of the games, I connected with goal.com, and it completely gave me the wrong answer for Ecuador, because obviously Ecuador won. And so I was like, oh God, no, I'm not doing anything new. I'm going back to the commentators. Now, I don't actually get these games right every single time. So don't pull the plug on your subscription based upon a World Cup game. Sports is not easy. There's a lot of emotions involved in sports, right?
Yeah, my suggestion would be to connect with the fan base for that game and that team to see what they're feeling afterwards. And that's a good way when you're remote viewing, you're able to pick up on the energy a lot more easily when you focus on the emotional state. So
yes and no. Okay, that is good, right? But it doesn't always work. Let me tell you what. Because when you probe the fan base, right, or the team, or the feelings around surrounding the game afterwards. So if you go back to the Euro Cup,
a perfect segue into coping mechanisms, because the fans that lose are using their own coping mechanisms.
Right. Well, the worst part about seeing all the fans today, the England fans, is they're all sober. This is totally unheard of for World Cup, right? But so yeah, see, I don't connect to the refs because yes, I don't feel that the refs are a good meter. But what I do connect with are the commentators. If you're looking into the fan base and their emotional reaction after the game, if you take into account the Euro Cup, England got second place. So at that match, the final match, if I'm going in and I'm probing the fan base were actually very happy that England got to the point that they were. So that would have been a mismatch on probing the fan base. And that happens sometimes. The fans are happy that their team tried really hard, but the other team that they were playing was not beatable. I find the best and most reliable target are the commentators. Anyway, for today, we'll see if I get mechanisms right. All right, so let's open. There you go. That's a tip for you remote viewers out there. That's what I do, but you have to do what's best for you. All right. Okay, so let's open. For those of you that are new, Ronan, we do have quite a few new people today. Are you able to explain how we tap, please?
Welcome, new people. So this is a modified emotional freedom technique process that was created by George Duzman, and you will be tapping bilaterally. Imagine your arms crossed in front of you, and your left hand is tapping your right tricep, and your right hand is tapping your left tricep, and you'll repeat with me. After Liz, you can interject your own feelings, thoughts, emotions, or coping mechanisms, and you're just tapping away that negative energy and repeating with us. And if you can't tap your shoulders, you can also tap your feet, or you could tap, but you want to tap bilaterally, either the top of your knees or your arms.
Yes, that's a good way of explaining it. And on some other CTT videos that are out there, they do left, right. I don't like that. Okay. Now that is how George Duzman taps. We had a big debate about it because I like to keep things even, right? So I go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I want to keep it as even as possible. By the way, Ronan, I really love the picture that you have on display. Is this one that you created?
Yeah, that's a telepathic robot stump character
Oh, wow. Is
for
that what you
artificial
do in your spare
intelligence.
time?
Just yeah, or you could tap whatever cadence you want, 3, 1, 1, 3, whichever, but whatever is most comfortable for you.
Yes, yes. And of course, if it's comfortable for you to go left, 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 right, 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 whatever, then do that. I find it more comfortable to keep the energy balanced. Okay, so for those of you that are new, fabulous, welcome. It's Liz in the metaverse. Oh my God, whatever. You're so funny. All right, so let's open. I'm in a good mood because England won. They'll probably lose the next game. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as an optimum Faraday cage
an optimum Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection
for the empowerment and protection
of each and every one of us.
of each and every one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep joy now.
and deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Yawning, burping, any sort of energetic release out of the mouth is great. This is why it's important to verbalize, okay? I know some of you don't verbalize, but it just helps push that energy out, and it helps to reverberate throughout the universe what it is you want, okay? Now you're going to repeat after me. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Whew, I feel good. Treasures. Okay. So we all have treasures in and all around us. We just don't tap into them like we should. So let's do that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the treasures in and all around us,
the treasures in and all around us,
the ability to see, recognize,
the ability to see, recognize,
and optimally use and enjoy
and optimally use and enjoy
all of those miracles
all of those miracles
that we have access to.
that we have access to.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief and joy now.
and deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So we have a question. Do we keep our eyes closed? That's a good question. Thank you. It's up to you. If you want to close your eyes, you can do that. If you want to have your eyes open, you can do that as well. I will be honest. I tend to rock a little back and forth because what happens is I'm getting so much energy within me and around me. I have to move, right? So I tend to rock back and forth. George Dusman, he traditionally sits in his rocking chair and he rocks back and forth and back and forth. So you know, you have to, whatever works best for you. Oh yes, of course, to tap to open our pineal gland and raise vibration. Yes, we did this wonderful video last night. Mr. Robot, he just, gosh, I don't know how you know how to ask all that stuff, but we were working on some of the pineal gland stuff. It was interesting. So yes, I'll include that in the tapping. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, just to also remind everyone that once we open and you start going through the tapping process, okay, and you're letting things go, energy is being removed from you, you need to follow through the tapping. Okay, you need to finish it out until we close. If you leave halfway through and you know you haven't closed properly, you've got holes, energetic holes within you, and you're basically allowing the darkness to come back in. Okay, because what we're doing is removing dark energy. All right. And the last one for our opening is our spiritual helpers. I love this one because they help to assist us and take away the dark energy away from us. And because energy cannot be created or destroyed, right, we have to transmute that energy. We don't want to just throw dark energy back into the universe. Dark energy needs a host and it will stick to someone else. Could be somebody else in our household, and you don't want that, right? Because you think you get rid of a problem and now somebody else has the same problem. All right, so let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The optimum activation.
The optimum activation.
Of all of our spiritual helpers.
Of our spiritual helpers.
That will help take away all of this negative energy.
That will help take away all of this negative energy.
Heal it.
Heal it.
Take it into the spirit world.
Take it into the spirit world.
Transmute it into white light energy.
Transmute it into white light energy.
And put it back into the universe.
And put it back into the universe.
I like that. University. I like that. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And we're going to send lots of gratitude to our spiritual helpers and our spirit teams that are helping us today. We have a lot to be thankful for. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is.
Okay, so let's, oh, somebody's asking a question. Should I do the close? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week and we'll post the recording. Somebody has to leave. It's okay. We haven't started removing energy yet. So if you need to leave, now's the time to do so. And we'll just post the recording. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm very sorry for your loss. Okay, so let's manifest. How are we going to word this, Ronan? Because you're the wordsmith here. We want to basically release these coping techniques that are no longer serving as well. These coping mechanisms. How would we say that?
Remove and release negative coping patterns or negative and destructive coping patterns.
Yes, I like that. Remove and release negative and destructive coping patterns. I love that. See?
Coping
That's what
patterns and behavior.
of negative and destructive patterns and behavior. That's why you're the CEO of Reality Forecast. Okay. Um, you're awesome. Thank you. So let's do that. Okay, so now the next round, and I'm explaining this in a lot of detail because we do have so many new people today. So the next round, we're going to let go and heal. Okay, so we're going to let go and heal these negative things that are no longer serving us well. Now, at this point, you may start yawning, you may burp, you may laugh, you may whatever. It's all just an energy release. If you feel some funny sensations moving around your body, don't worry about it. You're all good. Just let me know in the chat. And if there's a problem, I'll go in and look. But you're going to feel some sensations. You're so funny. Thanks, Chief. You're going to feel some sensations like moving from your solar plexus, maybe from your back, up your spine. It's just energy removal. Okay, so let's go. Ronan, those are excellent words. Thank you. Okay, there's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully remove.
Easily and joyfully remove
All negative and destructive.
All negative and destructive
Coping mechanisms.
Coping mechanisms
And behavior.
and behaviors
And behaviors, exactly, thank you. That no longer serve as well.
that no longer serve us well.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. I just felt a huge shift. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I've already felt a shift, so that's great. What did you get, Ronan?
I had like a, all right, the imagery I got is very strange. You remember the old see and say where you turn the little dial to an animal and then pull the string and it would make the sound? So we're just shifting the coping mechanism to something else. So it seems like we're spinning in circles right now. We haven't nailed it yet.
Oh, you know what? That brings out a good point. That's a good point. And I actually have one of those in the living room, like a little 2-year-old, and we pull it all the time. Okay, cock-a-doodle-doo. We just go round and round and round. I love that thing. I loved mine when I was a kid. That's great because that imagery has said, okay, well, you can get rid of all of this stuff, but you better find a way to deal with it. So that's Spirit's way of giving a message saying, you have to replace this with something else that's going to benefit you in a positive way. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of anger coming through. I got a lot of frustration. So I got temper tantrum. I'm not saying that's anybody here in our group. That could be somebody who listens to the future recording and Spirit says, look, they throw a temper tantrum. We have got to do this. They have like these uncontrollable meltdown temper tantrums and it's not good. Okay. I got eating. I got drinking. I got bulimia. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming in here. So we need to let all of this go. Okay, very important to let it go. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to let go, let go, let go as many times as it takes until we feel this massive joyful shift. And then we move on to fill in the space back in. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Procrastination.
procrastination,
Somebody's smoking too much weed. Smoking
weed
marijuana.
smoking,
Using substances to cope.
using substances to cope,
Not being able to manifest good brain chemicals for myself and on my own.
not being able to manifest good brain chemicals for
By
myself
myself. Yeah.
and on my own,
Being stressed out very easily.
being stressed out very easily,
Flash anger.
flash anger,
Temper tantrum.
temper tantrums,
Going from 0 to 60 in like a millisecond
going from 0 to 60 in a millisecond,
on the
Drinking.
anger scale.
on the anger scale, drinking,
Drinking. ADHD.
ADHD, overeating,
Overeating.
ruminating,
Ruminating. Fantasizing.
fantasizing,
Being lost in fantasy.
being lost in fantasy, worrying about what I cannot control,
Worrying about what I cannot control. Somebody put something here. I'm wondering if it's misspelled. I think it could be porn.
pornography,
Pornography. Thinking that pornography is going to solve all of your problems. Oh
thinking
God.
pornography is going to solve all of your problems,
What else? Anything that replaces joy easily.
anything that replaces joy easily
In a compulsive way.
in a compulsive way,
Shopping.
shopping,
Shopping. That's a big one. Yeah. Not putting my emotional needs first.
not putting my emotional needs first,
Depression.
depression.
Okay, let's finish this one out and see what we get. My crown is buzzing, by the way. That's great. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And I'm asking the spirit teams to take away any and all of that negative behavior away, heal it, take it into the spirit world, transmute it, take it away from all of us, please. God, we don't want it. Transmute it into white light energy back into the universe. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
This is big. This is a big one. I didn't realize what a can of worms we were going to open up. So, what did you get, Ronan?
We seek externally instead of internally. And that, turning outwards is what we're seeking. We're always going to be voraciously seeking outwards, but inwards is where we really will find unlimited love, grace, and healing.
Okay, drum roll. I got the exact same thing. Wow. Okay, tightness in chest, small lump in throat, anxiety. Perfect. Okay, I got the exact same thing, Ronan. Fantastic. Let me see what's going on with tightness in chest. Oh, if I let go some of these coping mechanisms, I'm taking off the mask. Wow, that is huge. Fabulous. Because, I'm all right. I'm not going to fall apart. I feel better now. You know what I mean? watch my whatever it is, pornography, or I've had a shot of whiskey, or whatever it is, right? I feel better now. I can put the mask. The mask is in place. I don't have to show a weakness in my character because I feel like I'm going to fall apart with these problems. So that's what I got. It's like, well, if I let this go, the mask comes off. People see us as emotional beings that do cry. We do get upset. We do feel sad. Anger hides suppressed anxiety. Exactly. Absolutely it does. So let's work on that. We're doing a good job, man. We're such a powerful group. Woo, great. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
It's not okay to take the mask off.
It's not okay to take the mask off.
External compulsions.
External compulsion.
Keep the mask on tight.
Keep the mask on tight.
It helps me to avoid experiencing
It helps me to avoid experiencing
many difficult emotions.
many difficult emotions.
I can suppress my anxiety.
I can suppress my anxiety.
I can hide my difficult emotions.
I can hide my difficult emotions.
I don't have to show the world how vulnerable I actually am.
I don't have to show the world how vulnerable I actually am.
I just keep shopping.
I just keep shopping.
I just keep indulging in my guilty pleasures.
I just keep indulging in my guilty pleasures.
I don't want to face the pain.
I don't want to face the pain.
I don't want to have to assess the emotions that I am feeling.
I do not want to assess the emotions that I'm feeling.
They may take me down a rabbit hole
They may take me down the rabbit hole
of my difficult childhood.
of my difficult childhood.
And I don't want to go there.
And I do not want to go there.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Wow. So now we see, right? Spirit just gave us all the information of why we do what we do with these coping strategies, right? It stops us from having to feel and experience very difficult emotions. But difficult emotions are, so important because it helps to promote a change. Now, when you're a child and you're having to experience these difficult emotions, you are powerless to change your environment. There's nothing you can do, right? And sometimes people speak up and when they're children and it doesn't instigate a change. So what do? We find coping mechanisms. Now we're into adulthood and we don't need this. Now all they're doing is holding us back. They're blocking us. They're blocking us from prosperity. They're blocking us from healthy relationships. They're blocking us from, being good people. Instead, we just immediately resort back to that coping mechanism. And we don't want to do that because we understand how destructive it actually is. And yes, we may feel better in the short term, But in the long term, it's a disaster. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're not developing a healthy strategy. And so when you're continuously feeding, the pain with the coping mechanism, it's not healthy. You won't develop into anything greater.
So somebody said this has brought up some traumatic memories. Discomfort and back. That's good. That's the energy moving. The traumatic memories, you know what? You're older now. You're an adult. You are in control of your life. Okay. And you can definitely change. You don't need these traumatic memories anymore. You can let those go. What you need to do to let them go is you're going to have to work through them. Sometimes the CTT can do that to you. It can bring up uncomfortable memories, and that can be a problem. But this is also a facilitator to say, hey, all of our souls are here today. Your soul is here for a reason. Anybody who listens to my video, anybody who comes for a reading, who comes for a CTT session, right? I just know that they're supposed to be there, right? People have been ending up on my calendar lately, and I don't even know how, and I don't question it. I don't question it. Why? Because Spirit put them there. Why am I going to question that? They're there for a reason. I don't even care. I'm just going to do what I need to do. So that, coping mechanism and those traumatic memories, this is your chance to really let those go. And those traumatic memories that you keep pushing down, right? They're blockages now. They're stopping you from being your optimal self. So where do we go next, Ronan? What are we doing? So it looks like we're still we're still not clear.
Yeah, I saw myself in the graviton at the carnival. So we're still spinning in that circle and we haven't found the bullseye yet. Which is very dizzying to feel that way, but
yeah, sorry. Yeah, somebody excuse me, another oh yes, I know her. She's very sweet. Another lady said a loop that keeps you in the past. Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to cope with this. I can't cope with this difficult feeling. I'm just, I'm going to brush all this under the carpet. Those people that there's like these massive issues and they just refuse to acknowledge it because it's going to go away. It's going to go away, right? It never goes away. Never. It's always there. And it will always keep manifesting itself back into your life. And you can either do something about it or you can, suffer the consequences. And the consequences are you leave the earth plane with unresolved issues and you will have to repeat those again. And I don't know about you guys. I don't want to do that, right? I'm done with all of that. Okay, so let's see where we're going. I don't even know. Let's just tap.
Seeking is the love inside of us and not an external salvation.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The ability to rely on our own self-love,
to rely on our own self-love,
to rely on our own self-worth,
to rely on our own self-worth,
to feel better, when we are having to face many traumatic situations, no matter how big or small. We will pull from our bank of self-love. And not from anywhere else. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep joy and relief now.
and deep joy and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And the spirit teams are taking away any and all residual negative coping mechanism energy away from us. Okay, thank you, spirit teams. I love you. And they're taking that energy into the spirit world. They're transmuting that energy into white light, positive karma back into the universe. I'm now going to ground and protect us. How do you do that, Liz? Well, I wrap tree roots around your ankles, pulling you down to the earth's core, and I'm now washing you with white source light coming over the top of all of us. My crown is really buzzing. This is awesome. Okay, repeat after me. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So I don't know if that was a sign from spirit that the horn was honking, right? You hear my horn honking outside? Or that it's my baby has the car keys. I think it's probably the latter. And he's found the button to honk the horn. Sorry about that. How is everybody feeling?
I felt teary-eyed a bit when we were speaking about our internal salvation and love and deep well.
You know, because if you pull from your pressure on top of the head, that's good. Okay. The reason that is good, it's your rewiring. Any buzzing around the head, anything like that. Wow, a lot of people are crying today. This is really good.
Yeah, I cried also, tearful.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, now my dog's barking. Sorry about that. So maybe he's crying as well. It's been really powerful today. Like my crown is like, okay, that's rewiring. So if anybody's feeling lightheaded, crown vibrating, third eye vibrating, anything like that, that's all good, because what the CTT does, now we don't need to pull from the dark coping strategy anymore. We're going to rewire the brain and pull from our bank of self-love. You know, it has to rewire. You know, the brain's like, oh, wait a minute now, we've got to, you know, cut those roads off, and now we're going to go to the road that leads to self-love. I feel that this is complete. How do you guys feel? Everybody feel complete? Anybody got anything left? Throat, chest, pressure? Feeling sleepy? Yeah, that happens because it's a huge energetic shift. Anybody feeling anything negative?
No, I don't feel anything negative in the room. I just feel lightheaded, swirly, euphoric.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, great. I think we can close this one, Ronan. How about you? No, we can't. We forgot the most important step. Okay, smack my head. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
easily and joyfully manifest.
Descending of gratitude.
Extending of gratitude.
As we release all of our coping mechanisms.
As we release all of our coping mechanisms.
That were negative and destructive to us.
That were negative and destructive to us.
We send you away with thanks and love.
We send you away with thanks and with love
and lots of healing and white light.
and lots of healing and white light.
You served a great purpose.
You served a great purpose.
You helped me survive.
You helped me survive.
And I'm sending you away with love and gratitude.
And I am sending you away with love and with gratitude.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep joy, love, and relief now.
and deep joy, love, and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And I'm going to again wash us with white source light as we send those negative coping mechanisms, destructive patterns away with love, with gratitude. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, that just raised my vibration. Did you guys feel that?
And the
I felt
pineal
it.
gland, are we going to do that today too?
Yeah, we'll do that on the close.
Sure.
Thank you for that reminder. I felt like an immediate elevation of vibrational energy. It's like, well, wait, I knew we were missing something. I was like, what are we missing? What are we missing? And then Spirit said, you forgot to send it away with love and gratitude. All right. Yes, you just released something. I'm so glad you're all here. I'm so glad you're all here. This is Spirit's, Thanksgiving miracle, Thanksgiving gift to us all. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, now we're going to maximize the closing and we're going to open up our pineal gland. I think, Mr. Robot, we got that it needs to relax more than open, but let's say, give the pineal gland whatever it needs in order that we are opening up to positive white light spirit communication. Are you good with that, Ronan?
We'll see how it works. I haven't looked at the pineal gland's activation steps in a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it. So this is the closing part, which is going to be extremely important. Do not leave this step out. If you do, I can't be responsible for what comes back in. Okay. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
easily and joyfully manifest
Optimum guidance.
optimum guidance,
Positive emotional fulfillment.
positive emotional fulfillment,
Gratitude.
gratitude,
Self-love.
self-love,
And whatever the pineal gland requires
and whatever the pineal gland requires
to make white light spirit communication
to make white light spirit communication
even more possible.
even more possible.
In all of those wonderful spaces
In all of those wonderful spaces
that we just opened up.
that we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep joy and relief now.
and deep joy and relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we're going to tell the spirit world and our spiritual helpers, thank you for this awesome session today. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right.
So do our spirit teams that are here in this room connect with everyone else's spirit teams? And does that create a super team of spiritual consciousness with our group?
That's a good question. Let me ask them. Do you connect with the other spirit teams in the group? No, they actually stay aligned to us only as individuals. So they can really take away the negative energy.
Yeah, so we don't want that energy commingled. And that brings up the Faraday cage that we created at the beginning. You're working on your own internal struggle and your battles, and you're not commingling with the people that have those issues here. So good, thank you. I wondered about that. Well, we wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful week, and blessings and love to everybody and your family.
Yes.
Parting
absolutely.
words for everybody. I'm gonna pause for questions in a moment.
Yeah, well, don't eat too much. We don't eat a lot. We don't do, because we're, yes, I grew up here, but I did live in the UK for many years. But also we're British, so we don't do the whole like pumpkin pie, sweet potato. We just don't do all that.
I'll send you some.
Well, thank you. I mean, I love it. I love it. I do. I will admit it. Mashed and sugar and caramel and whatever else. We love all that. But if we just don't eat, we just end up with a kitchen and a fridge full of leftovers that nobody's going to eat. So
being Irish, I need at least 4 kinds of potatoes on the table, and then I'm happy. So
we narrow down the choices for sure. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the USA, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone throughout the world listening. We love you all. And I know it's cold in Scotland, but you can say happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I know you don't have it, but that's okay. We love you, and we hope that maybe you can have a little bit of turkey on Thursday.